What should we do? Should we take a break? It's mind-boggling to try to record this. I'm trying to talk while I'm doing this. Normally this would already be done. We'd be mixing, but I'm trying to like explain it, and I'm just so not the mixing explain guy. All right, so here's all our main guitars. You can see them right here. Which everybody's grayed out because they have no outputs. So, yeah, so this is our heavies. This is definitely going to be 41 and 42 right here. This is when it starts to. This is when we start bringing it, man. This is when we start bringing the heat, baby. And that's it. I'll basically go through now all the different guitars, put them where they kind of need to be, and all the vocals. I usually put all the main lead vocals just through one, because then this is inserted with the 1176 Stay Level and Pultec. Harmonies will go here. There's some songs on this record that have enormous amounts of vocals, so we may end up using acoustic guitar tracks or this guitar break thing, whatever it is. And that's it. And then you do all your balancing basically in Pro Tools, like between harmonies. So if it was just a one-part harmony, if it was just like lead and a lead harmony, then they would both go through here, treating them as one kind of instrument or one source, which I actually like. And Ryan Williams has kind of been my mentor with all this, and it's his thing, and I totally get it now. I totally understand why he does it, and I like it too. So then all your vocals, then it would be balanced in here. The other thing too is that over here on the effects, usually I'll get kind of a balance that I like between the 1176 and the retro, and then that's it. I'll usually keep it there for the most part through the whole record, kind of like the way the Chris Lord Algae thing, and I get that too because then it's easier to recall. So what happens is if I'm not hitting this hard enough, I just turn it up in Pro Tools, because Pro Tools becomes the gas pedal to the hardware. Same thing with like the API and 2500 on the guitars. I push the guitars in Pro Tools. Push the guitars in Pro Tools to get that kind of where I want it, instead of fiddling around too much with the knobs. And that's it. I mean, same thing with the 1178. I just use the mini faders with the matrix to get that thing bopping where I want it. So, meaning that the within the different songs, the difference between how this is being hit has nothing to do with this. This always stays the same. The difference is in Pro Tools, which is then when you turn it on, it's recallable. It's there. You don't have to even deal with it. So it makes it. I mean, we've got this thing kind of down to a science now, where within a record, we can recall songs pretty quick. I've gotten good with the recall, and I've kind of figured out where to pick my battles with all this. That's it, man. That's your basic setup. What we'll do is we will, on this record, because there's going to be multiple vocals that'll be going out to the effects, like lead vocals and lead harmony vocals. What I will do is I'm going to set up a track that I'll be able to take these lead vocals like this here, and I'll be able to bus it to this other track, and on that track I will have compression and EQ, so that I just get a decent sound going to the effects. I'm not just sending the raw track to the effect. So I'll put whatever. I like that Chris Lord Algae 1176 plugin, and the Puig is cool, and also just sometimes just the DigiDesign, whatever Q3. Just so that I get a little bit of action, because when you're doing the effects on here, these effects are hitting, these are being sent from the track when it has all the good stuff on it. It's got all the compression and EQ, and it sounds awesome. So then the PCM42 is just getting this awesome sounding vocals being sent to it. But if I do it in Pro Tools, you know, it's just getting the raw track, which may have too much low end or may not, whatever. So basically that's what I'll do. I'll just sum them over or bus them over to a track that I won't output anywhere. I'll just bus it, or I'll just bus this to a track that doesn't output. And then on that track, I will put the buses to the effects I want to use on all those vocals, and then how they'll all be able to be done right here. That's basics. What do you think, Travis?
Sounds pretty good.
It's kind of a lot to explain, but that's kind of, you know, in a nutshell. So let's, I guess we'll stop recording now. All right, so basically now we've got all the tracks out to where they need to be. All the guitars are here. Main guitars, I think these are verse guitars, kind of effecty guitars, and kind of like that end lead thing. Now here's all the vocals. I've got all the lead vocals and all the like lead single harmonies going through one, and then all of like the doubled harmonies going through 3 and 4, panned, pow. Then what I do is I have all the vocals here going out through a bus 14. Then I have an aux set up here, which I just call VVV so I can see it. This is Voc Send in the box effects. This is inputting bus 14, which correlates with the vocals, outputting to nowhere. And I put just a little bit of compression, a little EQ. Kind of feel it out as we go. Just a little light de-esser. Then I can put my effects on here, and then they are then sent to these masters so that I can then, so I just put a plate, a quarter, and an eighth. And here's the lead vocal track, so you'll see. Play.
Another to pretend that we could be lovers. So light your smile and put on your show.
Correlate right here.
And let me get.
There you have it, man. Pretty cool, huh, Travis?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. So, and then we can kind of deal with, deal with each kind of basic vocal, just so that we're sending it with some kind of little bit of sound, so it doesn't sound too schmageggy and natural. But this is how we'll be able to do kind of more sophisticated effect rides, not necessarily in a section with just guitar and vocal, but when the hook comes in, we can bring the echoes in and out a little bit. There you have it. That's basically the whole setup, isn't it?
That is it.
You know? Alright. End of preparation, take 2. Alright, so now we got everything split out, color coded, effects, everything's working. And everybody's out where they need to be, all the guitars, vocals, acoustic right now. And kind of like in the Kenny Joya video, like remember you watched it. It's like what did he say? Now go take a drive with his his Long Island accent. Now take a drive, and then he played the little, I don't know, old school. Anyway, we're gonna have lunch, and then we're gonna come back, and we are gonna mix this song all the way.
No way.
How do you like being here, Travis?
I love it.
It's cool, huh?
It's great, yeah.
How long have you been here? About 10 weeks? 9, 10 weeks?
Like 2.5 months.
You've
maybe?
learned quite a bit,
Oh
huh?
my gosh, I knew nothing when I came
Hey,
here.
you know, Travis is actually really good. At first, I was like, I don't know if this kid's gonna, he looked really college and straight, but he's actually gotten quite good, and he's good at editing. He's got a really good ear, which is always nice. You know, he can do drums and vocals, and even, I mean, he was even editing bass, and yeah, man, Travis is cool, man. Let's do it. All right, so we are ready to do this. So drums, bass, guitar. We'll just start with drums. And there we start, man. Yeah, so we've got our first, here, you hold that right on there. So we've got our, there's our first kick, then our trigger, and then outside kick, which we have low pass at about 400, and then a gate. We'll start with the main kick. That's where you would blend it. Let's drum parallel. Show the little 28. There's your parallel. There's another snare. Two's the one. Tick two. AC. It's kind of got the after. Pretty nice together. It's kind of fatness. So this is kind of more the initial tick, body, and then kind of, I guess you'd say, decay. Good place to start. Let's leave a section where it's comes out? Oh, no, there we go. I see. I ride the overs there. Let's go back to this. So left and right is our VUs out. Straight loop. Sometimes you can actually put the bass into the parallel compression too, the drums. All of that action.
You only got 30 minutes of battery left on
There's that deep bass.
this. Yeah.
Here's that. This is the diesel. Kind of the greasy thing, you know.
Mhm.
We can automate that too and give more grit when we want it.